2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The start. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on.
Hey, Kevin. Well,
it does indeed. Thanks, David. Here are the five for the Clippers. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Morris in at the 4 spot. And for the Nets, DeAndre Jordan is out there with Durant. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Harris. And it's Harden in at the 1. Now here's Leonard. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Morris finds George. Back to Morris. 4 on the clock. And that one drops. Greg, in terms of personnel, not exactly the matchups we were expecting to see tonight.
You know, Kev, with all the injuries and some guys now having to step into unfamiliar roles, in some ways that makes tonight all the more intriguing to see which guys are going to step up and deliver.
George looking around. Down low, and it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant. Harris against Leonard. Jackson drives in. Leonard the pass to Zubac. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Well, we know Kawhi will always attract lots of defensive attention, which puts him in a position to find his teammates. Pretty pass.
Now, here is Harden. Feeds it to Jordan. The wide open look for Durant. Hits the three-point bomb.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers.
And DeAndre Jordan, not the same impact center he once was, but he's done a great job of acting as a leader for this team.
Well, you think about DeAndre Jordan's career, Greg, and over the course of time, he's played a number of different roles. What you like about what he did this past season is, even though in a changing role, he still tried to make an impact. That's called being a teammate.
Jordan. Oh, what about that dunk?
That was special. My goodness. DeAndre Jordan's athleticism is simply unreal. You want evidence? Go check out his posterization of Mr. Brandon Knight.
Now here's Leonard. Morris right side. Zubac kicks to Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Again, Los Angeles.
And early on, they look great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Irving surveying the floor. Pulls it from the elbow. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
Jackson misses. Nets trail by 4. Irving drives in. It's hauled in by Zubac. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played.
Boy, the wingspan of DeAndre Jordan. This guy sends it back with a message.
The shot's good from Irving.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And stolen by Jordan. In transition, here come the Nets. Takes the 3. Irving can't get it to go.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Here's Leonard. Pass to Zubac. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. So for the Nets, Blake Griffin. He's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Harris. And it's Bruce Brown in for James Harden. The Clippers also making some changes. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Jackson.
How about the timing from Paul George on that rejection? Twice on the pipe.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Now, here is Irving. .109 left in the first quarter. Griffin trying to get open. Irving's shot is good.
And even through contact, Kyrie still able to finish shots consistently.
And there's the pass to George. It's stolen by Brown. The feed now to Irving. He kicks it to Griffin. Outside Irving. That shot missing.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Cousins on the follow.
Let's remember that a 7'6" wingspan accompanies the frame of DeMarcus Cousins. Somebody might want to box him out.
Irving against Rondo. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Yet another way Griffin beats you. Great body control going up over the top.
Passes it to Leonard. At the elbow, it's Cousins. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Clippers ahead. They lead by a bucket. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
Here are the five the Clippers have to start the second. Patrick Beverley out there with Kennard. Then there's Batum. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's man in its small forward. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, "We've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time." Guys are hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, D.A. Thanks.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
And KD throws it down.
With his length and his size, how easy does KD make that dunk look?
And with Kevin Durant recovering from the Achilles injury, glad we get to see one of the all-time greats back in action.
No doubt, Greg. And KD is trying to navigate his way through one of the most difficult injuries a basketball player can face. But we know unequivocally this man will go down as one of the elite scorers in NBA history. That combination of size and shooting is truly something to behold.
Over to the left wing. Man passes to Batum. Kicks it to Beverly. 5 to shoot. Kennard for 3. Los Angeles with another miss.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
Irving can't get it to go.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
Here's Kennard, and it's blocked. They retain possession. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. So for the Nets, Jordan, he's checked in for Green. Harris comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's James Harden in for Kyrie Irving. Pass to Zubac. Brown against Kennard. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. The Nets have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. And Harden wide open. He shoots. And the 3 ball is good. Harden's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Beverly against Harden. Now here's Beverly. He's guarded closely. And the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Up top, Brown. Outside, Jordan. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
And here are the Nets. They're on an 11-2 run. Here's Harden. Outside for Jordan. Kennard against Brown. Back to Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, that's about as high percentage as it gets for DJ. Go to work, big man.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And the dunk by Zubac.
Sees his man, has the angle on the interior, and drops a dime right there.
Brown feeling it out a bit. On the wing, Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
You know, and with how deliberate he can be, Harden still can surprise defenders with that burst, that underrated vertical that he possesses.
And so Beverly will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 7-point differential. Jackson against Harris. Outside Jackson. Lays it up off the glass.
And with a quick first step, Jackson remains a threat to drive on any defender.
It could go. The shot off that time. So that'll be it for the first half. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They never put themselves in too much danger. And that's a wrap.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, he knows they're coming for him, but he's accustomed to that kind of attention, and he's quite comfortable dealing with it.
Durant is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Harden, then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Harris in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
Maybe the best ever at earning free throws. I mean, Harden has mastered the art of contact and still being able to get off the shot.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work, and it pays dividends.
And here's George. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Outside for Jackson. Three-pointer. And it's Durant with the rebound. Brooklyn leading by 7. In the corner, it's Harris. Leonard with the steal. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. And Durant sends it back.
Boy, the long arms of Kevin Durant twice on the pipes.
Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
And for Brooklyn, they're shooting so far very efficient all around, about 55%. Pass to Irving. Out to KD. Yes, that goes in.
But Kevin Durant's looking at the defender like, hey, if you're going to give me that, I'm going to take it.
Outside Leonard. Morris outside. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first four. They've got to get on track.
Harden the pass to Jordan. In the corner, Irving with it. Jordan trying to free himself up. And Irving gets it to go on the assist by Jordan. Irving's got 9.
There's a marksmanship from Kyrie Irving. The lightning quick release. Boy, defender better have his hands up and ready.
Here's George to the paint. Zubac the pass to George. And he's going up for the alley-oop. No good from Zubac.
Ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
Clippers trail by 12. It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I just outthink the game, and I'm faulted for it. Kevin, that may be, but it's hard to argue with the results. Back to you.
You're right, one of the top scorers in league history, David. Thanks for that report. Harris's shot is good.
Catch and shoot. Is that Joe Harris's specialty? I think it is.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
George with no one around. Off target from outside. Brooklyn leading by 12. Harden outside. Harris outside. Lets it go with a 3. That shot off. And the Clippers will come the other way. And Joe Harris, the lethal shooter, he can also be a threat in the pick-and-roll game.
Yeah, Harris does a great job reading what a defense is giving. He's more than just a catch-and-shoot type of player. Harris can hit shots on the move and isn't afraid to go at defenders.
George against Irving. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Well, Kyrie Irving, if you're open, he will find you. This guy is a scorer, but he understands others have got to come along with him.
To the inside, here's Leonard. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach, Doris, to the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach.
And Doris, last season for Kyrie Irving, really one of waiting. No Durant on the year to play off of, and then Kyrie's season with the Nets was cut short due to injury.
Well, second surgery for Irving in the last 3 years. You obviously hope he and KD can stay healthy and try to revitalize this Nets organization. Irving is so excited about being on the court. The NBA misses him when he's not playing. Let's hope he stays healthy. What you have to love about Patrick Beverley is the long road to the NBA and his commitment to getting there. Think about this, guys. 3 different European leagues before he signs with the Rockets. I don't know how you can't appreciate that kind of work ethic.
Tyler Johnson, he's checked in for Kyrie Irving. And stolen by Patterson. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Back to Kennard. Here's the 3. Goes back up. Patterson, that's good.
Well, you have to get something out of that possession, and thanks to Patterson's work on the glass, heads-up play to score that.
I always like to hold for the last shot right here.
Well, that's great execution if you can do that, because it takes any chance at momentum away from your opponent.
Basket good. Harden's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Nets lead by 10. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, they've got Rajon Rondo. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the 3 spot. The pass to Kennard. And Batum kicks to Kennard. Back to Batum. And he converts the layup.
Well, we see a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting nowadays, but you'll take that look right there any night of the week.
Now Irving. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. It's good. Harris has got the lead up to 12 now for Brooklyn.
So smooth with his shot mechanics. Joe Harris, what a pretty jumper.
Kennard with the ball. Pass to Zubac. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way.
That's miscommunication, and we rarely see that happen.
Now, here is Harden. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. The three-pointer, no good. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Down by 12. Oturu.
There's a real knack for understanding when a guy is uncovered, and Paul George's court awareness on display right there. Beautiful.
Jeff Green on the wing. Back to Harden. He kicks it to Irving. Just 5 on the clock. Puts it up from 12. Offensive rebound. Outside, Green. Harden against George. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Beverly.
What a nice little burst from Patrick Beverly to get in transition.
Outside Irving, inside, and stolen by Cousins. Harden against Beverly. The shot's good.
Patrick Beverly on the inside. Okay, we see you.
And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for the Nets. Durant comes in for Green. Harden kicks to Irving. And the Nets miss again.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Morris looking over the floor. Pass to Leonard. Count it. And now just a 4-point Brooklyn lead.
Let's remember this is a former Finals MVP. He will not blink in the biggest of moments.
Here's Harden. And he banks in the layup.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Pass to Kennard. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Here's Leonard. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. And that's 13 points for Leonard.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
Harden's shot is good.
Inside, outside, Harden will attack you from anywhere. Nice play.
Leonard on the wing. To the middle. Here's Cousins. And the pass to Kennard. Fires the three. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. And here are the Nets. Passes it to Durant. Pops it up for Jordan. That one doesn't go.
And the timing just not there on that attempted alley-oop.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
Pass to Jackson for three. The rebound by the Nets. Here is Durant for the three. Kennard with the rebound. Leonard looking around. Cousins. It counts.
No moment ever too big for the big man DeMarcus Cousins. Go ahead, sir.
And a deep three from Irving. Can't connect. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For great.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
We bring you tonight into... And before we get going...
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineups.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain. more effective.
So the Nets starting 5. They've got Joe Harris. Jordan is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden. And it's Irving at the shooting guard position. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Powell. Off the left rim and out. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for the Nets. From deep three-point range. No good on the shot. Here's Powell. Nurkic, the pass to Covington. He gets it in there.
Man, I like the guts from Covington there. I mean, definitely getting bodied a little on his shot, but still keeps his focus and gets it to go down.
Now, here is Irving. Pops it up for Jordan. Irving finds Jordan, kicks it out to Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
Tremendous speed on the drive. Harden is consistent in attacking the basket.
Lillard with it. Shot, high post. Powell dishes to Lillard. And Lillard throws it down.
Don't let his height fool you. Lillard can rise up with the best of them.
For Brooklyn, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
Jordan kicks to Harden. Harris trying to get free.
Ferociousness from Harden, looking like he wants to tear the rim off.
Now Lillard. Poked away. Here's Irving. And there's the feed to Jordan. McCollum against Irving. Here's Durant. And he uses the glass on the layup. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
The kick out to Irving. Portland grabs the miss.
Wide open, and still, surprisingly, wasn't able to cash in.
And the basket by McCollum.
And that's an element McCollum brings to their offense, the ability to drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter.
Now, here is Harden. There's 1:40 left. Oh, the power on that throwdown.
And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim, but the epic throwdown.
Pass to McCollum. And here's Nurkic. McCollum with the ball. He's picked up by Jordan. Here's Covington. Over in the corner, Lillard. 4 on the shot clock. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
Now, here is Irving. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Another shot. Here's KD. Fires for 3. Irving can't hit. For Portland, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. And the dunk by Powell.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
Here's Irving. KD on the wing. The kick out to Irving. Cans the 12-footer.
You know, big guys like Jordan who can facilitate are really valuable. Spots the open man and gets it right to him.
Covington against KD. Nurkic the pass to Powell. They grab their own miss. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance buckets. They can make a big difference.
Irving with a clean look. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Trailblazers lead by. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
Anthony out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Little. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Simons in at the 1 spot. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
Greg, is a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to is really paramount.
You can't allow Irving that look. You just can't give him that. He's too talented a player.
And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
For 3, Harris. That one misses. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
Here's Brown. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Brown's got the lead up to 2 now for Brooklyn. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for Brooklyn?
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
Irving surveying the floor. Passes it to Green. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed.
And then the nifty touch to tip it in as well.
Jones, the pass to Carmelo. And oh, here we go with Green. Nobody back. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
And that's the trademark Griffin finish. Get in tight, elevate, and throw it down with authority. Big fella is a beast down low.
A nice shot by Simons.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
And it's Irving with the ball for the Nets. We've got 1:55 left in the second quarter. There's the pass to Brown. 6 on the shot clock. Griffin finds Green. He's looking for Griffin and finds him. And a miss there on the triple. Portland trailing here. Pass to Powell over Green. It's hauled in by Brown. Brooklyn's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one's on Anthony.
Well, you've got to be careful and skillful in how you guard Irving. I mean, he's really adept at drawing fouls.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Norkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Derek Jones. McCollum's checked in for Norman Powell. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. And then for Brooklyn, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Griffin. Kevin Durant comes in for Green. And it's James Harden in for Bruce Brown. Irving dishes to Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, his IQ is one of the best in the league. Irving has a great feel for when his teammates are open.
Here is Lillard. He has 7. McCollum outside. Misses the 3.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
And then Durant with the jam.
Boy, with that long reach of his, so easy for KD to throw it down.
Now, here's Lillard. And Lillard throws it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Harden the pass to Jordan. Outside Durant. Unloads from 9. And McCollum with the block. And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And a close game so far through the first. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome back. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. Some good moments from both teams. That's all for now. Say goodbye.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Harden. Harris is out there with Durant. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Irving in at the 2. And stolen by Lillard. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Powell. That's good. Powell's got the lead up to 3 now for the Trailblazers.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man. Puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Irving for 3. Offensive rebound. Jordan. Nurkic with the block. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Trailblazers leading by 3. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they put the defense on the defensive.
Lillard, the pass to Covington. Banked in off the glass.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Durant dishes to Jordan. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got 6 rebounds in the game.
Clearly out of sync to begin this half. 0 for their first 3 attempts.
Brooklyn making some changes. Griffin's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Bruce Brown in for Irving. Lillard finds Covington. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Lets the 3 fly. The rebound by Harden.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Brown. And it's Brown on the follow. Brown's got 6.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
Powell, the pass to Nurkic. Harris against Powell. Lillard looking around. Here's Nurkic. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. And the Trailblazers lead by 5.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Well, constantly finding lanes to the basket, getting great looks inside.
And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Boy, the timing of Griffin really superb in these situations. He has a great sense for when to leave the floor on these alley-oop jams.
Lillard against Harden. Covington with the bucket. 6 points for him.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
They kick it out to Green. And contact on the shots. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And Jones has it in the corner. Pass to Simons. Kicks it out to Jones. 2 on the clock. The Trailblazers with the new shot clock. Nets trail by 4. Green, the pass to Irving. Back to Green. And Green slams it in.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up for those.
1:04 left in the third quarter. Simons, the pass to Cantor. 2 free throws coming up, and here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Irving for 3. Portland grabs the miss.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
The Trailblazers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
You know, Carmelo Anthony is a special player, guys. A bulky, small forward with a quick trigger release, an elite scorer.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Outside, Green. Bucket is good. .24 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Outside, Jones. Passes to Cantor. Kicks it out to McCollum. Portland again missing. One-on-one here. Here's Irving. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Now just a 2-point Trailblazer lead, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Cantor.
Well, that's a moment he'd like to archive. Embarrassing lapse of judgment there.
Just 4 seconds left here in the third quarter. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Trailblazers lead by 2. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And so it's Harden bringing it up for Brooklyn. We've got C.J. McCollum, Anthony out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Jones, and it's Simons in at point guard. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
And here again, the Nets in transition. Up the court they go. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
And, you know, Harden's exceptional at getting out on the break in transition. I mean, running exactly the right path and getting it done.
Inside. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. And they go to the intentional foul. A different look now for Portland. Little comes in for McCollum, and Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for the Nets. Here's Harden. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Nets lead by 4. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Nets.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Here's Cantor. That shot off. Good D by Jordan. Harden kicks to Jordan. The wide open look for Durant. Offensive rebound, Nets. Outside for Griffin. Just 5 to shoot. Jordan dishes to Griffin. From the arc. The shot that time, not on target. And it's Portland the other way. Lillard against Irving. Lillard, the pass to Carmelo. Back to Lillard. Over Irving. It'll go, and the Nets lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Lillard.
And this is peak Dame. Rising, firing, one of the more confident shooters we have in our game.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That is his first foul of the game. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Norman Powell checked in for Derek Jones. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Little. Here's McCollum. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. 6 to shoot. Lillard attacking, and it's good. 2 points. Lillard's got it all tied up now for Portland.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets, using that astounding speed to blaze past the defender.
Here's Harden on the wing, Irving. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
You know, guys, sometimes that just happens, but you don't like to see it when the game is this close.
Harris has checked in for the Nets. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Lillard outside. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. And the Trailblazers lead by 2. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Irving drives in. And that one drops for him.
Boy, you need a confident player to get you a big bucket. And that's exactly who Irving is and what he does.
And Lillard kicks to Covington. Back to Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Out to KD. And here's Harris from the arc. Buries it from three-point range.
Harris has been in these situations before. He's a veteran player and very calm taking the big shots.
Lillard with it. Gets it out to Covington. Foul against Harris. And yes, it's good. Guys, what a game. 8 lead changes here.
And don't be surprised if it comes down to the last possession.
McCollum against Irving. And McCollum with the block. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. 50 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Jordan the pass to Harden. Shot clock at 5. Back to Jordan. Nurkic with the steal. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Green, he's checked in for Kevin Durant. Now Lillard. Kicks it out to McCollum. The three. It's hauled in by Harris. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. And here's Harden. It's in!
And you know the ball's going to Harden when the game's tight. Terrific at delivering and producing down the stretch.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 1. Just 4 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
And this is it, guys. Down 1. They've got just enough time to work it around for a good shot, and it better be a good shot because it's the only shot they have.
Now here's Lillard. Nurkic. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. Hey, Dave.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 down low. And for the Clippers, Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Morris in at the power forward. Oh, the power on that throwdown!
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
The pass to Zubac. He dishes it to Leonard. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
And that one's good, Lillard.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Leonard, the pass to George. The dish now to Morris. Good D by Covington. And here's Portland. Powell kicks to Covington. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
George throws it down as the official. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's George. Hits the J after faking out the D with the quick up fake.
Facing up from mid-range, George could have tried to drive, but takes what the defense gives him. The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Covington dishes to Lillard. Now here's McCollum. To the wing right side. Clock at 6. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. And Nurkic has it in the corner. No good that time, so Los Angeles will take it the other way.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the second pick in the 2017 draft, that or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' gain.
Covington kicks to Lillard. Takes a 3. Powell trying to free himself up. Second chance shot, and Nurkic lays it in.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to Zubac. There's 53 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Morris. No good on that one. Great D that time from Nurkic. Trailblazers leading by 4. Pass to Powell. He feeds it to Lillard. Leonard with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And George with the stuff.
Always up there among the leaders in steals. Leonard gets his team out in transition.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Lillard dishes to Covington. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And here are the Clippers now. Clippers have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. And it's Leonard missing. And now Lillard running the floor all by himself. Here's McCollum. Gets it to go from 18 feet away.
What a professional. McCollum's reliability on offense is such a gift to his team.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Portland out in front, up 4. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at Los Angeles. We've got DeMarcus Cousins, Patrick Beverley out there with Luke Kennard. Then there's Batum, and it's Man in at the 3, the small forward. And Cousins throws it down.
Awesome display. Fierce with the level of strength. DeMarcus with the impressive move.
Anthony looking it over. Little kicks to Cantor. Pass to Anthony. Makes it off the glass. Anthony's got the lead up to 4 now for the Trailblazers.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
So the wing on the left. Beverley for 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Anthony with it, and Batum picks him up defensively. Down low. Anthony, the pass to Jones. And with the rebound. The Clippers shooting 38% from the field, a pretty weak showing for them. Batum attacking to the paint. Cousins finds Batum. The pass to Kennard. 5 on the clock. Lets it go from the wing. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
Luke Kennard gets the ball off quickly, and the mechanics are consistent.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Anthony right side. Now Little. No points in the game yet for him. And Cantor wide open. He shoots. No good on the triple. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. Only giving up 2 points this quarter.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
Jones, the pass to Simons. To the left wing. Passes it to Little. Portland needs to get off a shot. Cantor, the offensive rebound. Can't hit from in close.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
Platoon passes to Mann. Cranes the three-pointer. Mann's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on and on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment. But the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then. But I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
Leonard finds George, and here is Morris. Clippers moving the ball around. And it's Leonard missing.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
Lillard attacking, and then Lillard slams it in.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
Here's George. 8 points for him. There's 53 seconds left to play here in the half. Leonard against Powell. Leonard the pass to Morris. Back to Leonard. Shoots over Powell. And it's Leonard missing.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
McCollum, no good.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
You know, if you get the ball to the right guy in the right spot, more often than not, you're coming away with points.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
He's given a great lift to this offense tonight. Very, very efficient.
The Trailblazers shooting their first foul shot of the game.
Wearing the number 0 for a reason. Damian Lillard has it on his back for his city, Oakland. Just the latest star from the town.
Here's George. Comes up empty down low.
And typically...
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They were never able to get the lead above 4. And that's...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
On the floor for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the 5, patrolling the paint.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Fires from deep. Nurkic the pass to Lillard. Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed. Never in a hurry.
Leonard on the wing. And the dunk by Zubac.
Doing his
his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
You know, this is one of his specialties, keeping plays alive, creating second chance opportunities.
Powell, the pass to Lillard. Dishes it to Nurkic. Covington wide open. He fires. Off target with the open look. Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. George with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And you'd like to see more of this from Marcus. Attack that offensive glass and generate some points outside of those set plays.
Lillard outside. Three-pointer. They get it again.
Yeah, and that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Outside Jackson. Back to George. To the inside. Whoa, hammering it in.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
McCollum with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. Covington kicks to Lillard. Over George. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Nobody near Leonard. Off target from three-point range. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard's still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Here's Cantor, and the rejection by Cousins.
Great anticipation by DeMarcus. His instincts are excellent pretty much in every phase of the game.
And here's Beverly. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. That one's not going to go. And it's Portland the other way.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Simons, the pass to Cantor. Shoots over Cousins, and Portland again with the bucket.
And really inside the paint is where Cantor thrives. His dominant approach lets him just own that space.
We've got 33 seconds left in the third. Kennard, the pass to Batum. Back to Kennard. Doesn't go for him. Excellent D from Cantor. Portland leading by 5.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
But you know, this is where your patience is tested. If you shoot too quickly, you give your opponent a chance to close out the quarter. Using his height and length there to prevent the second chance opportunity.
And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession.
Very nearly stolen. There's no need to force that pass.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
Yeah, that's a tough call there with the naked eye. Fortunately, the league's replay center able to slow it down, zoom in, and check all the angles.
And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. Luke Kennard out there with Batum. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Rajon Rondo. And it's Beverly in at the two-guard spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
And when you think of McCollum, the word efficient comes to mind. This guy just shoots the ball and plays the game at a high level.
Clippers trail by 9. Doubled by McCollum. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Batum, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Batum's got his first bucket in this one.
High percentage look. This is what your offense is designed to do.
Jones dishes to McCollum. They double-team McCollum. Bobs it up for Cantor.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Here's Beverly. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Kennard, the pass to Mann. Feeds it to Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
You know, when we talk about DeMarcus, we talk about his temper, but also his relentlessness on the offensive end, unmatched.
Damian Lillard's checked in for Portland. That free throw good from Cousins. Trailblazers leading by 6. Lillard looking around. Kicks it out to McCollum. The feed to Cantor. Back to McCollum. Lillard outside. Just 5 to shoot. Man with the rebound. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless? It's a foul there. I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Little comes in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That's his first foul. And for Portland, they're shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. Here's Simons. To the paint. Kicks it out to Jones. Here's Simons. Guarded by Jackson. A nice shot by Simons.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
George with the ball. Little with the rebound. Here's Simons. He lobs it up, and Jones slams it in.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. The shot by George, wide open. And the Clippers miss again.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Little passes to Carmelo. Kicks it out to Jones. Back to Anthony. Stolen by Zubac. Leonard with the ball. Cantor covering. Leonard attacking.
I'll tell you what, when Kawhi knifes his way to the rim, it's next level.
Portland leading by 8. Pass to Simons. Trying to find Cantor. Gets it to him. Pass to Simons. From 17 feet out. Now the pass to Little. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Unloads from 13. Misses off the left iron. The Clippers running out of time. And here's Leonard from 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. Portland again missing. Morris finds Leonard. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Leonard's got 4 this quarter.
I mean, unbelievable. It's one thing to be talented, but Kawhi is clutch as well.
58 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Anthony, the pass to Jones. Back to Anthony. And foul. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Outside, George. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
The defense on George a little too tight there, but to have any chance against him, you have to challenge him.
And so he's good in all 3 free throws, and that brings them within 2 here.
And that would have been a killer if he missed one of those, but he was rock solid. That trims the lead now to a 1-possession game.
McCollum outside. Lillard outside. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
So the Nets starting five. Jordan is out there with Durant. Then there's Irving. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Harden in at the one. And for the Clippers, Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Leonard in at the small forward position. And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. Outside, George. The rebound by the Nets.
We're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
And here's Harris from the arc. No good that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Jordan against Zubac. Leonard inside, out to Morris, passes it to Zubac, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. We played just over a minute here in the first.
And the Croatian big man, Ivica Zubac, a big hip-hop fan. His teammates call him Zupac.
It's amazing that he was traded from the Lakers to the Clippers, so still home games here at Staples Center.
Shot clock at 6. Lobs it up for Jordan. Stolen by Zubac. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Offline with his 3. Harris dishes to Durant. Out to Harris. Fires the 3. Hands it from downtown.
Well, KD, an awesome job there, just sharing the rock with his teammates.
For the Clippers, it's been a slow start here. Nothing yet up on the scoreboard for them. Here's George. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Gotta hold firm or you're gonna get a call.
Now here is George. Pass to Zubac. And it's blocked by Jordan.
If there's one end of the floor that DJ takes seriously, it's the defensive end, and he loves to get up and reject those shots.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Here's George. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, it was weird because it looked like the defense was ready for the move, but Paul George had a little something extra for him.
Nets leading by 3. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. And the jam by Harden.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
Left side, Leonard. No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Kennard, he's checked in for George. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Reggie Jackson.
Like how Durant uses his wily frame there to get off those shots. Not an easy shot, but for him, man, it looks easy.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Mann's checked in, and it's Patrick Beverly in for Rajon Rondo. And the Nets making a change here as well. Brown is checked in for James Harden. Now, here's Kennard. And the pass to Beverly. From downtown. Mann passes to Kennard. Bangs home the trifecta.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Irving looking over the floor. And the layup falls.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Beverly, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
I think Patrick Beverly, for the entirety of his NBA career, is really going to embrace the role of being the villain. Has no problem with it whatsoever.
9 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Irving up top. The layup off target. And so the first quarter is in the books. Nets out in front. They lead by... naturally a ball-dominant player. James Harden talked to us.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal, of course.
Giving their offense another dynamic.
And it also helps him preserve some energy for those big moments in the big games.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the Nets, what do you think?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
So for Brooklyn now, we've got Irving. Griffin is out there with Green. Then there's Brown. And it's KD in at the 3 spot. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for the Nets. They lead by 7. Irving with a clean look. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Durant with the steal. Irving passes to Green. Back to Irving. They kick it out to Green. No good with the triple.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Kennard against Green. To the middle. Cousins, the pass to Beverly. 6 to shoot. Pass to Cousins. Shoots over Brown. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
Just great touch from the mid-range from Boogie there. Confidence to pull the trigger. He's open just enough and knocks it down.
Durant feeling it out a bit. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for the Clippers. Rondo comes in for Luke Kennard. The Nets also changing it up. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Green. Joe Harris comes in for Kevin Durant. And James Harden has subbed in for Irving. Here's Claxton. Griffin hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. And the Nets lead by 7.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Rondo. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Greg, is a broadcaster, who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who was my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
Clippers trail by 5. Now here's Beverly. Over in the corner, Batum passes it to Mann. Pass to Oturu. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And that one's good. Beverly.
Beverly plays with such great confidence, and it's clear he believes in his ability to score off the pass.
Harden scanning the floor. There's the 3. Misses the hole, and he's now 3 for 4.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far. And Bones, he stands just 6'1", but Patrick Beverly rebounds like a forward.
The fact that he's going to bring it mentally, GA, I mean, that's the huge advantage. I think if you're in the opposing locker room and you know you're going to get on the floor, Patrick Beverly is going to be right in your jock for every minute that you're going to be competing against him.
Now here's Harden. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Maybe the best ever at earning free throws. I mean, Harden has mastered the art of contact and still being able to get off the shot.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Leonard kicks to George. Leonard on the wing. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
Here's Zubac. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Zubac has got the game tied up here for Los Angeles. Brooklyn's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. George against Harden. That one falls. Harden's got 10 points in the game.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
And here's George. 6 points for him. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 8 points for him.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Harden outside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And really on top of all else Harden does for you at this end, he's a tremendous free throw shooter, around 85% for his career. Clutch.
Here's Leonard.
Well, excellent job, KD, timing the contest there. And
thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the
2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the competitive. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. At one stretch in the opening period. And that's a wrap.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
Ooh, that first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
Yeah, the defense has got to be a little bit embarrassed. There is no reason why he should just be on top of that rim.
Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the shooting guard position. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile one block.
And he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Now here's Durant. Lobs it up for Jordan. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Well, determined that time to get to the rim, anticipating the pass, and a rim rocker.
Outside Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Now here's Harden. 11 points in the game. Out to Harris. The pass to Irving. Now here's Jordan. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons. Goes there, wins the MVP and the championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story. Paul George right now one step ahead of his defender using the old pump fake.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Rondo's checked in. Irving with it. Jacks up a three. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
No good from Zubac. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Nets. It's a one-point game. And Harris gets it to go on the assist by Jordan. Harris has got 5.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Now Rondo, pass to Leonard. That one good for 2.
Orchestrating right now, Rondo should be playing with a baton.
Here is Harden. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, the D cannot handle DJ right now. A gigantic guy on the inside who's going to get those calls most of the time.
So for the Nets, Green comes in for Joe Harris. And it's Brown in for James Harden. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Now, here is Irving. On the wing, Brown. Back to Irving. Over George. The kick out to Brown. Just 4 to shoot. Here's KD. Brown trying to free himself up. And a missed layup. The Clippers in the lead. Here's Rondo. And Irving pulls it down. Irving's got 4 rebounds in this game. Goes up. And KD throws it down.
Well, maybe not the highest of flyers, Durant, but because of his reach, it's so easy for him to win above the rim.
Rondo finds George. Back to Rondo. A baseline J. Gets a hand on it. It's good on the putback. Morris has got the lead up to 1 now for Los Angeles.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
Here's Brown, the feed to Jordan. They kick it out to Green. The Nets working the ball around now. Irving for 3. Brooklyn gets it back with the new shot clock at 14. Jordan dishes to Irving. Tries again. The kick out to Brown. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Then for the Nets, Griffin's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's James Harden in for Brown. Platoon passes to Beverly. Cousins against Griffin. Back to Beverly. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Beverly's got 9.
That's a pretty impressive finish for Montrezl Harrell.
Now, here is Harden. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
The Nets have shot 4 of 7 as a team from the line tonight. Several misses early. Deep 2 from Beverly. It's off. Tie game in Los Angeles. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the 4th quarter. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this was?
What an advantage if your off guard can make plays so valuable.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the 4th quarter. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. They've got Griffin. Kyrie Irving is out there with Harden. Then it's Green, and it's Claxton in at the 4 spot.
And that's what Griffin does best. They're remarkable how he maintains control and schools the D.
Jackson looking around. Up top, Batum. Jackson trying to break free. And Batum with the basket on the assist by Jackson. Batum's got it all tied up now for the Clippers. And here is Irving. And the rejection by Jackson.
Offensively, you better respect the reach of DeMarcus Cousins. Terrific at getting a hand on that one and swatting it away.
That's an excellent play call to free him up from the defense.
Well, taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
It's the Nets now after the basket by Los Angeles. Again, Irving missing.
And it's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Here's Harden, and the rejection by Cousins. Kennard on the wing, guarded by Green, and then Cousins with the dunk.
Well, some agility shown by DeMarcus Cousins. Even at that size, he still get on up.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
Vital basket there. This is just the time and really just the situation when he looks to take over.
Everly with the ball. Passes it to Cousins. And the layup's good off the glass. Cousins has got the lead up to 4 now for the Clippers.
There's a lot of great things to say about DeMarcus Cousins' offensive game, but I know defenders fear the most when he's down low and picks an angle to attack you like that in the paint.
Now, here is Harden. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
Pass to Cousins. Back to Beverly. Rebound, Brooklyn. In transition, here come the Nets. Green leading the charge.
Appreciate the mentality of Kyrie at this point, embracing the moment. He'll take the big shot.
The Clippers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Now, here's Kennard. Here's Cousins. That shot is off. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's George in for Patrick Beverly. And the rejection by Zubac. And George, here we go. Down low. It's deflected. The pass to Leonard. On the wing, George. Guarded by Harris. And the wide open shot from Morris. Zubac. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
Second chances are a great measure of what a team is doing in terms of their effort on a nightly basis. And that was some serious effort there.
Now here is Harris. Kicks it out to Harden. Stolen by George. Morris with the ball. And it's Harden picking him up. And foul on. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. He told them, hey, guys, this is a close game, but if we execute right here, I like our chances. There's no need for hero ball. Trust one another. Make the simple play. Kevin, back to you.
George dishes to Leonard. No good. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. This win, such a tremendous...
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's just about game time. The Blazers never look more confident than they do. Both teams tonight dealing with some injury. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 down low. And for Brooklyn, Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Harris, and it's Durant, and it's Jordan in at the center position. KD against McCollum. And then Durant with the dunk.
Well, you want to try to stay between Kevin Durant and the basket because he will throw it down if he gets near the cup.
Here's Lillard. He kicks to Powell. Back to Lillard from deep. Brooklyn with the rebound. Nurkic with the steal. And finished off by Nurkic.
And uses balance along with fluidity to finish at the rim. Nurkic is a unique big.
Now, here is Irving. Over McCollum. Good on the 7-footer.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Lillard surveying the D. James Harden with the rebound.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Outside for Jordan. Lillard against Irving. Irving double team. 6 on the shot clock. It's Durant with the drive and finished off by KD.
KD is a force of nature. Sensational dunk at the rim.
Pulls up, high post, up again. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. Nurkic has got his second basket of the game.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Now, here is Irving. Drills the three-pointer. Irving's got 5 points so far.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
Powell kicks to McCollum. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Nurkic with the steal. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it, the fast break chance. And Lillard throws it down.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
Now, here is Harden. Nurkic with the block. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic. Green, he's checked in for Durant. Portland also making some changes. Cantor, he's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Here is Harden. The shot's good from Jordan. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivals. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Doesn't quite have the height, but boy, does McCollum have the heart. He's a relentless finisher in traffic.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for the Nets. Brown comes in for Irving. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Jones is checked in. Now here's Brown. Harden left side. Fires high post. No good off the back of the rim.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open. Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Nets. They trail by 3. Oh, Griffin in position.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer.
Back to McCollum. Sweet move. He can't get it to go. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Out to Harris. Stolen by Cantor. Griffin with the steal. Left side Harris. Shoots from the corner. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Outside, Jones. Here's the lob to the hoop. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's the Trailblazers leading by just 1. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
On the court for the Trailblazers, they've got Jones, Anthony out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Little, and it's Simons in at the point guard position.
You know, it tells you something about Harden that he's led the league in free throw attempts so many times. This man is always in attack mode.
And the Nets making a change here. Durant's checked in. Here's Simons. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Pass to Little. It's stolen by Brown. In transition, here come the Nets. Here's KD. And KD throws it down.
Boy, Kevin Durant, an absolute nightmare in transition. Combined size, speed, great scoring ability. Look out.
Simons, the pass to Cantor. And it's good for 2.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now, here's Brown. Can't get it to fall. Portland trailing here. Jones kicks to Cantor. Rebound, Brooklyn. And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Irving's checked in for the Nets. Damian Lillard's checked in for the Trailblazers. Irving drives in, and the shot goes down. Irving's got 7.
Oh, tenacious attack by Irving. The handle, the speed. Look out.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. There's the pass to Little. Back to Lillard. They're running. And a wide open look for Irving. And the 3 off target. Trailblazers trail by 3. Lobs it up for Cantor. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Brown. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Brown's got his first 2 points.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
And it's Lillard on the follow.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Irving against Lillard. Now Irving. Clock at 6. Here's Durant. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, Kevin Durant is used to absorbing contact on the way up, and when he's this deep, it really puts the defense in a bind.
So for the Nets, DeAndre Jordan comes in for Blake Griffin. And it's Green in for Nicholas Claxton. And Portland with a change here, too. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Cantor. Now, here's Lillard. Kevin Durant with the rebound.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity.
And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Boy, how about the finish by Kevin Durant? Just gets up with such ease.
Irving against Lillard. Feeds to Nurkic. Tipped away. That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Damian Lillard. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Irving for three. That shot off the mark. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. And it's Little finishing it off.
You know, often we think of Dame as a scorer first, but they're reminding us of his great ability to pass the rock.
Now here's Irving. He's got 7, and there's Jordan putting it right back in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Lillard against Irving. Lillard attacking, and Lillard throws it down.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
Now, here is Irving. 43 seconds left in the first half. Here's Brown. Right side, Jordan. 6 to shoot. Brown the pass to Jordan. Lillard outside. Jones kicks to Lillard. There's 18 seconds left in the first half of the game. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And here is Irving. And he comes up with the deuce. Irving's got 9.
I love that Kyrie Irving doesn't settle for something on the perimeter. He goes right to the cup.
And some good action through the first 2. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. At its highest, their lead topped out at 5. That's all for now.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks. And I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
Oh, his power is unbelievable. An intimidating force when he's at his best.
Harris is out there with Durant. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Harden, and it's Irving in at the 2-guard spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Now here's Lillard. Inside. Nurkic dishes to Lillard. And Durant sends it back.
Boy, the long arms of Kevin Durant twice on the pipes.
Harris passes to Jordan. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 6 points for him. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. Here is Harden, following the score by Damian Lillard. Harden with it. Up and in on the layup. Harden's got the lead back up to 9 now for the Nets.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
To the middle. Here's Nurkic, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
A physical big. Nurkic embracing, going up and attracting the contact when he's trying to score.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Kevin Durant. And a switch here also for Portland. Simons is checked in.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall. And when he first came into the league, Blake Griffin's dunking made headlines. And while I'm sure he enjoyed that, he was also eager to show that there was more to his game.
Cantor, he's checked in for Portland. Trailblazers trail by 8. McCollum outside. Left side, Covington. McCollum outside. Lays it up off the glass. McCollum's got 8 points. And you know, Greg, in the past, Griffin felt at times criticized as being a one-dimensional player.
I tell you, Kevin, I think he's answered those critics. You look at his passing and his development as a shooter, one of the more complete offensive players in the league.
You know, missed that one, but still a really good start coming off the break. 3 for 4 now.
Cantor, the pass to Powell. Simons surveying the D. And Griffin sends it back. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. The Nets making a switch here. Brown's checked in. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's McCollum following the bucket by the Nets. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 10.
If there's a weakness in your defense, McCollum will find it. Reads the floor exceptionally well.
Harden outside. Oh, Griffin in position. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
I feel like they could execute this play in their sleep. Griffin, one of the premier alley-oop finishers in the league.
Pass to Cantor. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Blake Griffin pulls it in, and he's going to get whistled for that foul. Gee, that was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Durant's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Carmelo Anthony's checked in for Robert Covington. Derek Jones comes in for Norman Powell. Little, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
Nets leading by 8. Now here is Harris. 52 seconds left to play in the third. He dishes it to Durant. 5 to shoot. Over Jones. The shot by KD. No good. Trailblazers trail by 8. Here's Lillard. He's got 12. Good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Nets have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. 6-second difference between shot and game time. And Harden with the stuff.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
And Lillard kicks to Cantor. Back to Lillard. Lobs it up for Anthony. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Oh, the pass was perfect, and Carmelo just finishes with style.
Lillard against Harden. And he elevates, and then the slam. Cantor did not like that.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
Lillard way outside. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Nets out in front. They're up by 8. And we're just moments away from the start of the 4th quarter. Stay with us. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. On the court for the Trailblazers, Anthony out there with Derek Jones. Then it's Little. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Simons in at the point guard. And he knocks down the first one. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Brooklyn. They've led by as much as 10. Down low. Jordan kicks to Irving. This one for 3. Green dishes to Durant. Jones trying to get open. Here's Jordan. Right side, Kevin Durant. Back to Jordan. Nurkic with the steal. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Simons, the pass to Nurkic. Ball's knocked loose. Anthony kicks to Little.
You love that defensive effort right there showing up.
Durant with it. Jones covering. Outside for Durant. Basket is good. He'll get a chance. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And Portland making a change here. Robert Covington's checked in for Anthony. Norman Powell comes in for Jones. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Little. And it's Damian Lillard in for Anthony Simons. And finished off by KD.
There's no doubt Kyrie Irving has proven to be more active as a defender now. He has a good feel for when to go after steals.
Now here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his groove.
And so it's Brooklyn with it. The Blazers getting the bucket. Here's Durant, and Covington sends it back.
So disruptive at the defensive end. Look in the box score, and Covington will be the source of blocks and steals consistently.
Joe Harris is checked in for Jeff Green. And a wide open look for McCollum. No good on the 3.
Well, he had one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
KD finds Jordan. Back to Durant. Outside Irving. Shoots over Powell. Irving can't get it to go. Trailblazers trail by 8. Oh, Covington in position. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Well, just incredible anticipation and hops by Robert Covington.
The Nets have gone just 33% from the field in the 4th quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. It's Harden with the drive outside for Durant. In for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
Boy, the strength of Kevin Durant is a thing of beauty. How about the ability to stay under control as he gets bodied?
And a deep 3 from Lillard. And it's Durant with the rebound. KD's got his 4th rebound in this one. 1:27 left in the 4th quarter of this one. And he lobs it up toward the rim, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
DeAndre Jordan, simply a force around the cup. This guy has rare athleticism.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Hits it from three-point range. Lillard's got 11 in the second half. Nets leading by 7.
Come get it.
1:07 left in the fourth quarter. Outside for Jordan. On the wing, Harris. Lobs it up for Jordan. The shot will not fall.
And the timing just not there on that attempted alley-oop.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
Now Lillard, after Robert Covington missed from long range. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Cantor's checked in. 36 seconds left in the fourth. Harden the pass to Jordan. And on the way from Irving for 3. It's not going to go for him. And it's Portland the other way.
Disappointing day for them. Let's see if they go down with a fight.
Well, they definitely have some things to work out, and you'd love to see them finish this game the right way.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That is his first foul of the game.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
Now McCollum. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight. The drama will unfold at Modus. Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on... And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Marcus Morris. Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the small forward position. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the center position. Lillard against Jackson. On the wing, George. Some of the best in the game go at it here tonight, Chris. What an incredible guard matchup we have here in this one.
Oh, Kevin, there are some all-time greats playing at the guard spots these days. It will be a fun matchup to watch.
To the inside, Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, and when there's an open man, Jackson finds him, making it look very easy.
Lillard dishes to Covington. Lillard against Jackson. Stolen by Zubac. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Nobody near Leonard. Drops in the tray off the fast break.
A true go-to option on offense. Leonard knows this team depends on him to take and make those big shots.
Lillard misses. Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. And finished off by Leonard.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
Portland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Lillard up top, guarded by Jackson. Offensive rebound, and Covington stays with it.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Jackson against Lillard. Jackson down low. Nurkic with the steal. And now Portland on the break. Lillard with the ball. Powell, no one around him. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
That's how to make things look easy for a teammate. I mean, you make passes like that one from Lillard, crazy.
And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul. A different look now for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for Lillard. The Clippers also making some changes. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Morris. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Jackson. Kicks it out to Leonard. Beyond the arc. Cousins. Great positioning on the putback.
Poor job defensively on the glass. I mean, Cousins is the first guy you have to get a body on. He has good anticipation and those long, long arms.
Now here's McCollum. Pass to Simons. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by the Clippers. And George, here we go. Pass to Cousins. Left side, Batum. Back to Cousins. And it's denied.
We don't talk much about his defense. I mean, Kanter has been much maligned for his work at that end. He's been making a better effort.
Portland again missing. And it's Batum with the ball. Bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Lets it go. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Cousins, the pass to Batum, and Nicholas Batum with the slam.
Amazing floor awareness from Cousins, skilled at spotting the open man.
52 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. A nice shot by Simons. 46 seconds left in the first quarter. Outside Rondo. Passes it to Batum. Kicks it to Cousins. Stolen by Cantor. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. And the dunk by Powell.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
The Clippers have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. George looking over the floor. He dishes it to Rondo. Leonard against Powell. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Batum. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Clippers lead by 1. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade. Oh, and here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Lillard after the Clippers pick up 2. To the paint. Here's Anthony. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Now here's Beverly. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Inside, Batum makes it off the glass. Batum's got the lead back up to 5 now for Los Angeles.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Lillard from deep three-point land. And that one is off. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable, and there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back 3, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
And I love that list. You're right on it.
Well, I mean, I think he better come up with some different ways to get his points tonight because the 3, not one of them, ain't working.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's Lillard following the score by Reggie Jackson. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Lillard.
Love seeing Lillard work it in close. I mean, he has the skills to convert at a high rate.
Now, here's Kennard. Defense is right there. Batum against Covington. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. It's good. Kennard's got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers.
It's Kennard's ability to create that sets him apart. I mean, gets inside, finds himself a shot.
On the wing, Jones. The pass to Covington to the middle. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. This is his first free throw of the game. The free throw drops for Little. A different look now for Portland. Now he's checked in for Derek Jones. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. And there's 1:45 left in the first half. Now here's Kennard. Cousins finds Kennard. Back to Cousins. Pass to Patterson. Covington with the steal. And now Portland on the break.
Oh! Tell us how you really feel
about that finish.
Oof. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down. Now here's Beverly. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Down low, Patterson. A rebound by Simons. Trailblazers trail by 3. To the inside, tips it. The rebound by Patterson. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting.
Oh, as good as he is at creating his own shot, Kennard is also a solid distributor. Doesn't miss the open man when he spots him.
Here's Simons. To the middle. And finished off by Nurkic.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. To the paint. Stolen by Beverly. And now the Clippers on the break. Cousins with the ball. Kennard for 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Outside, Covington. He kicks it to Powell. Back to Covington. And the dunk by Covington.
Proving he's not afraid to finish with power. Covington loves to dunk it home.
Inside, here's Patterson, and Covington sends it back. And that'll do. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. The deep is told they got themselves into it. And
in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You got to like what Nicholas Batum has done in this game.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
This game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the shooting guard position. Trailblazers trail by 3. McCollum dishes to Lillard. Back to McCollum. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 4 assists in the game.
You can't forget about McCollum from there, proving once again that he's not just a jump shooter.
Now, here's George. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Los Angeles shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Oh, you can get spoiled watching him at the line. I mean, you just expect him to make every one, every time.
Now here's McCollum. Powell kicks to Covington. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Count that one. And the Clippers lead by 5.
He's not the biggest guy on the court, but Jackson doesn't mind getting his hands dirty. He'll take a knock as long as he can get his points out of it.
Lillard way outside. Morris with the rebound. And Los Angeles, guys, shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. From outside the arc, the shot misses. And it's Portland the other way. Powell finds McCollum. Pass to Covington. Kicks it out to McCollum. Back to Covington. And it's sent back by George.
It's still early, but a 1-for-4 start to the half, that's a bad sign if you ask me. If they've got a can't-miss play, now's the time to break the glass and pull it out.
Now here's Leonard. He's got 7. Nurkic with the steal. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Lillard, the pass to Covington. Back to Lillard over Jackson. Portland again missing.
Only 1 for 5 to start the half. I mean, whatever adjustments they made at halftime weren't the right ones.
There's really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And Jones subbed in for Norman Powell. Simons, he's checked in for Damian Lillard. Trailblazers trail by 5. Anthony, the pass to McCollum. Back to Anthony. Dishes it to Kanter. He feeds it to Carmelo. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Clippers leading by 5. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Here's Beverly. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
McCollum, no good. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. And Beverly kicks to Kennard. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Kennard's got the lead up to 7 outs for Los Angeles.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverly, just dishing the ball to the wide open man easily.
Here's Anthony. Now the dish to Jones. Trying to end the drought. Portland again missing. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Man passes to Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Whenever Cousins get that close to the basket, it's game over for the D. He is such a forceful presence, especially when he's dunking.
Here's Simons, defended by Beverly. The shot's good from Kanter.
I mean, it's time for him to take over. He's played it cool long enough, and I think he realizes that.
Passes to Kennard. Here's Batum. 41 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Kennard. Basket counts. Kennard's got 6.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Simons, the pass to Anthony. Shoots over Batum. Batum grabs the miss.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Beverly for 3. Good on the three-point shot. And now a 12-point Clipper lead.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And the basket by McCollum.
Now to respect the speed of McCollum. Fantastic at knifing through the defense and beating them to the bucket.
And there's the pass to Kennard. And it's off from three-point range. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Los Angeles on top, ending the third quarter with a 13-4 run. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. We've got Rondé Hollis Jefferson. Anthony is out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Little in at the shooting guard. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Now Morris, after the miss, 3 from Damian Lillard. Leonard with the bucket.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
It's stolen by Rondo. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Now here's Beverly. And there's the foul. It's on Nasir Little. That's his first foul. Here's Oturu. He's covered by Cantor. Beverly wide open. That 3 off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 13. Three-pointer Lillard buries the long-range jumper.
Yeah, and they are living and dying from beyond the arc since halftime. It's a different look than what we saw in the first half.
Now here's Beverly. Poked loose and stolen by Lillard. Anthony dishes to Cantor. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Shoots it up. Again, the Trailblazers score.
Way to work an inside-out game. Draws the defense in and kicks it out for the open shot.
Lillard against Beverly. Pass to Kennard. Down low. Stolen by Cantor. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Lillard with the ball. And now we've got the intentional foul. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. Powell, he's checked in for Hollis Jefferson. And McCollum subbed in for Little. Covington kicks to Lillard. Shot clock at 6. Stolen by Jackson. And here is Morris. And it's George missing. Powell with it. Leonard picks him up to the inside. Stolen by Jackson. It's 2-on-1. Morris passes to Jackson. Now Leonard. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
He makes so many hustle plays, and here he's working the offensive glass from tipping.
To the paint. Here's Covington. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Los Angeles leading by 10. George dishes to Jackson. Zubac's in the post. Covington's there. Zubac's, that's good.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Well, a big reason Nurkic impacts games is for that ability right there, staying active on the glass at both ends, converting the second chances.
Now, here's George, and there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his third foul of the game. Here's George.
And McCollum is solidly contested shot. Does a nice job of getting hands up in time.
No good on the quick 3. Here's Lillard. Good on the short little jump shot. Lillard's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Trailblazers. We've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter. Jackson passes to George. Six on the shot clock. Passes it to Zubac. Great D that time from Nurkic. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. McCollum, no good. Clippers have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Morris finds George. Releases. And the the shot no good, a bit short. And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
That's something that they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
A three from McCollum. He can't hit that time. Great D that time from Leonard. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. George with no one around. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Showing remarkable poise and focus throughout the game, a sustained effort across the board.
From deep. The Clippers rebound. From deep three-point range, no good. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.